Hello, friends. Welcome back to another episode with your favorite sisters. It's Kate and Livi. Today, we have a super fun episode in mind. We wanted to share with you guys what our day in the life looks like because we have very different lives. Livy's living in Georgia. She's working one job or two jobs right now.
One.
Okay. And I am living in Austin, and I'm a full-time wedding photographer and a wife. And surprisingly enough, that takes up a lot of my time during the day. So we just wanted to share what every day looks like, or at least what we hope that it will look like when we get out of bed in the morning. And obviously, it changes a little bit day to day and depends on what's going on, as we're both busy gals and we like to travel a lot too. But we just thought we'd kind of share with the girlies.
We are going to start with a catch up from our week, and I haven't talked to anyone today, so I'm feeling like very chatty and like I have lots of little things to update on. Um, so yesterday I went to the lake alone, which was good. I'm like super burnt now, which was kind of the goal because I wanted to change my tan lines. But Jay gets so mad at me when I get sunburnt, and I'm like, our
Why?
family just doesn't really care, even
It's
though
probably bad. It's probably bad that we do that.
but he gets so mad and I'm like I put it on my face, which I feel like is the part that matters the most. So,
Yeah.
um but that was nice and then I went to run club last night. And Lauren's birthday is today. She's my run club friend. So I made her some of my cookies cuz I changed the recipe recently and I think they're better and
Ooh.
I changed like the procedure a little bit. But she said that her and her boyfriend thought that they were really great and she was like, "Where did you get these?" And I was like, "I
Ooh.
made them," which is really good because I want to sell them.
Do you want to talk
And she
about them at
said,
all? Like very
about what?
briefly. Like
Yeah.
cookie. I feel like you haven't really shared anything about cookies.
hmm but she also like on that topic, she
Mhm.
said that her boyfriend like never says that things are amazing, and he said that my cookie was amazing
That's
prior to
amazing.
knowing that I made it. So
Yeah.
that was sweet. Um, so yeah, the cookie thing started a couple years ago. I wanted to develop my own cookie recipe because I used to want to be a baker when I was retired and like had money to start a bakery.
Yeah.
That was the initial goal in like high school. And then in college, I made my own cookie recipe after working in a bakery. Um, and I kind of just stopped pursuing it aggressively. Like I had made them, I had bought packaging for them, I did some branding, we did branding photos then. And I was just like, I don't want to do this with college right now. I didn't want to juggle both. And so now that I'm looking for just multiple forms of income, I've thought about doing it again because it's really not a hard thing to do. I already have the recipe, I have the cookie sleeves. Um, so it just kind of depends on how big I want it to be. Like if I want to do a small thing where it's like I'm selling cookies to family and friends, which is probably how it would start at least, then I kind of have everything I need.
You also mentioned that you went to the
I'm a
lake,
cookie
but I don't
fan.
think we've shared that our parents have a lake house on Lake
Oh,
Oconee.
yeah.
So that's
Um,
where we go to hang out at the lake.
yes. So I went to Run Club and then I've been reading this book. I actually have it right here.
Ooh.
Start with Yourself from the Skinny Confidential, but it's about like getting your career kind of on track and like it's kind of some tough love, which I feel like I need sometimes, and it's by one of the co-owners of or co-founders of Skims, Emma Greed. But I've really liked it so far and I've been like taking a lot of notes, which I don't normally do, but I'll get to this a little bit later, but I do like having a nonfiction book to try to read simultaneously when I have a fiction book.
Hmm.
Just to have something that I feel like is bettering myself. Um, but I've been reading that a ton and it's been beneficial. But I was gonna say that like today, I can tell when my alarm goes off if it's gonna be like a good day or not, you know? Like I kind of know immediately what my mood is, and then
Hmm.
I kind of have to roll with it. And I obviously love the days when I wake up and I'm like, the sun is shining, I'm like alive. Like I definitely have those days, but today was one of those where I don't know if I just like haven't socialized enough in the last couple days, but I woke
Yeah.
up and was like, okay. So,
Ugh.
it's just kind of like it's like I know I'm going to wake up and I'm going to go like brush my teeth and eat breakfast and I have a plan for the day, but it all sounds disgusting.
Yes.
And so it's like, how much can I stick to this plan?
Yeah.
And I did convince myself that I wasn't going to work out. Like I was just going to go for a walk instead of to the gym. And
Hmm.
then I reconvinced myself to go to the gym. So I'm really proud of myself for
Did you
that
already go?
because, yeah.
Amazing.
Um, yeah. So, like, I know I'll feel better once I go. I literally just, like, can't get out the door sometimes.
Yeah.
Um, Lost my train of thought. Anyway,
Um,
but it's just one of those days where I'm like having to constantly like tell myself like it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Like every thought that
mhm.
crosses my mind, I'm like beating up on myself and I don't know. But
Yeah.
I feel better now that I've worked out.
Yeah. That helps so
But
much.
yeah, I think it's just the typical like I'm 22 and I don't know what I'm doing with my life,
Yeah.
lost feeling.
Yeah.
So, but
Love.
I feel like I almost got emotional about it. I saw like a fire truck and an ambulance go into a neighborhood and it made me really sad.
Yeah.
I almost started just like crying and then I was like, everything is okay. Like it and it wasn't like a stamping my emotions down thing. It was
Mhm.
like you're not actually that sad right now.
Yeah.
You're just a little confused and it's okay. So um that's kind of
Yes.
been my day so far, but Jay's coming over after we finish this. So we'll have some like light playtime. Um, that sounds crazy.
Oh, so weird. It's a play
When
date.
I say when I say playtime, I mean like we might go ride our bikes or
Yeah,
something.
I know what you meant, but that sounded crazy.
I like to call it play like we I like to play.
Yeah. It just
Yeah.
sounded like it was gonna be something else, but I knew what you meant. It was innocent.
Anywho,
I knew that.
or yeah, touch some grass and whatnot.
Touching
Um,
grass.
So also with the whole 22 being underemployed, waiting for MBA schools, I guess I can give an MBA
Underemployed
update.
or unemployed?
Underemployed, because I am
Okay,
employed,
that's true.
but anything like in if you're not working 40 hours a week and like not
Mm,
completely by choice. So like if I
right,
was working part-time
sure.
intentionally, I don't think that would be employed. But like I have a degree, I could have a much like different job. So I'm
Yeah,
underemployed working
I
as a
see.
like in the food industry. Um so as the 22-year-old unemployed waiting for MBA person, I feel very much like I need to have answers and have my next step fully thought out. And I can't because I'm waiting on MBA
I
results,
was gonna
basically.
ask you if you got any updates.
So I'm waiting on UNC and
Bill.
Duke. Yes,
Oh, I thought
because
you would have gone up.
Northwestern I got denied from. I think that I don't know when
You
that
told us
happened,
that.
honestly. But like that's a really great school, so that was a reach. But so UNC in the interview told me that they would let me know within 2 weeks, which was yesterday, was the end of the 2 weeks, and they still hadn't contacted me. So I emailed and was like, hey, is there any update? I'm really eager to know, you know. And they replied and they were like, we'll let you know within 2 to 3 weeks of the interview. And so now I feel stupid. Like I feel like I look stupid because
Because
they
she
told me
said
a
two
different
weeks,
day. But I
and
didn't
they're
want to throw her under the
saying,
bus and
no, it's
like
fine.
whatever. So I just didn't reply because I'm annoyed. So hopefully by this time next week I'll know something. But um
Yeah.
Duke, I got denied from their MBA program, but they are offering me a chance at a different degree,
Yeah,
which is still a master's, right? So
right.
they won't let me know till May 28th, which initially he told me I would be interviewing this week. So just driving me crazy. Honestly, it's like, why can you guys not just give me a legit answer? You have my application. You know everything about me that you're gonna
It's
know. So
true.
let's just make some decisions because I
Right.
need to make some moves. Anyway, so I don't want to start applying to jobs like if
Mm,
I don't get into these, I don't want to start applying to jobs
and then
before
get in.
I know for sure because it's so
Yeah,
exhausting applying to jobs and like
for sure.
actually like networking for them and everything. But I'm like, I need to be doing something.
Hmm.
I have a goal and I want to reach it, so I have to be doing something. I cannot
Right.
just sit here and relax. So, but then part of me is also like, when am I ever going to in my adult life get like a summer again? Like
Yeah.
maybe I should just relax and wait for the
Mhm.
answers. I don't know what's right. That's kind of what I thought of this morning.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I need to just chill out
Yeah.
because, but I don't know. Like, I feel like I get depressed if I chill too much. So I'm
Yeah.
like,
Well, it feels aimless, but I
yeah,
feel like also you obviously like probably saved a good amount of money from your last job, right?
enough for the summer.
Right. Like, I mean, you're not going to not be able to pay your bills if you
No.
don't get a job right now.
Yeah.
So, and like you said, you're going to know by the end of the month. So, I feel like for at least the next 2 weeks, I would literally be like, this is my summer. I'm going to the pool, I'm going to the lake, I'm going on walks or going to the gym and like literally enjoying my free time because you know that at the end of the month, you'll have to start, thinking about a decision and then maybe in June you'll start applying to stuff if you need to or start planning the rest of the summer out. But like
Yeah.
you don't need to do that now when you don't have the answers you need to make decisions, right? Like I feel
I,
like I something that we talk about a lot in like the church recently because we just studied Philippians was worry and I should send this to you because I think you'd really like it. But it was on like Philippians 3 maybe, Philippians 4 and Brad was talking about like how I feel like we talked about this on an earlier episode, but I can't remember. Something like 90% of our worries either never happen or they don't happen as badly as we think they're going to. And so we literally spend all this time like worrying about like right now you're worried about like what's next and like you don't want to wait too long to start applying, but also like you have no answers. So you're not really in a position to make those decisions anyway. So any amount of like worry and anxiety that you spend in the next 2 weeks about your future are going to feel fully wasted when you get to a decision making point because then you'll have some legitimate worry. Like then it's like, okay, I have a decision to make and I have to set aside time to make pro and con lists and kind of like iron some things out to understand like what is a wise decision. But right now you can't even begin to do that. So the worry that you're experiencing now, or the anxiety, or the just like, I don't know, almost like discomfort in waiting
Mhm.
is wasted. And that sounds kind of like harsh, but I say that because I don't want you to like just waste your energy on that right now when I feel like it can also be hard when I don't know if it feels like your friends have their, lives more figured out or if mom and dad unintentionally put pressure on you in that way or you think that there's pressure there. But I feel like as, someone who's a little bit further in my career in life, I wish I had also just like taken those times to just relax. Like just I would kill to not have any expectations on me for 2 weeks. That would be absolutely amazing. And like even thinking about coming on a vacation to Georgia in a few weeks, I'm like, I still have so much work to do while I'm there because just the nature of my job. And I don't like see a time in my life where I'm gonna have zero expectations until we have a baby. And then my work expectations will leave, but then I have to be a mom. So, I mean, very different. But I honestly would just take advantage of not being able to make a decision right now. It's like kind of a sweet spot to be.
I also like, I'm trying not to look at it as wasted time and more like energy that's going towards, like, it's all gonna help in the end because
Yeah,
I mean, I spent 4 months in the winter applying to jobs with no
that's
luck.
crazy.
And then I studied for the GRE, took the
Hmm.
GRE, applied to grad schools, interviewed for grad schools, and I'm still waiting. And it's been
Yeah.
another 4 months. So I've spent almost, and then the 4 months before that, I was at work and running a marathon, so I didn't want to focus on other things, or
Yeah.
training for a marathon, so I didn't want to focus on other things.
Yeah.
Um, but I feel like I've just been waiting for so long, and I'm so tired of waiting
Hmm.
because all I want is to have a job that I feel good at and then I
Hmm.
feel appreciated at
Hmm.
and then I think compensates me properly and that there are people my age there.
Gonna be hard to do. I only say that because I feel like everyone I know feels a lack of appreciation or a lack of compensation at their job. And like for me, when I worked at Oracle, LOL, it feels like a decade ago, but like I was well compensated for the amount of work I did because I didn't work that much. But then they laid me off and like I never heard from anyone again. Like I just feel like they literally didn't care about me. And I mean, enjoyed the people while I was there,
Mhm.
but then like none of them I haven't spoken to a single person I used to work with in 4 years. And I don't know, I just think that's really common. And I'm not trying to be like this is, I know this sounds annoying, but so I'm not trying to be like mega big sister, like, well, but you do have to find that a level of fulfillment in something that's not your
I
job.
mean, I had none of those things at my last job. So
That's
any
fair.
of those in
Would be a
addition
step up.
would
That's
be a
fair.
step up.
That's
Yeah.
fair. Yeah.
Like it was ridiculous.
Yeah,
So,
that's fair. It was
um
bad.
but it's just like I don't feel like I don't understand why I'm struggling so much to have a job. You
Well, you're
know,
not
like
trying to get a job right now.
I suppose not.
Like, are you
I was
actively?
looking at them.
Oh,
No, but applying to jobs is stupid. You have to know someone.
no.
Like you
Hmm.
cannot just apply to a job and expect to get it anymore.
That's so wild. No, literally, because but maybe that's your like sign or whatever you want to call it. Like maybe that's God being like, that's not your path right now. Like it's a good thing you don't have. Imagine getting a job at EY and then being like, oops, sorry, I know you just gave me a job, but I'm gonna go do this MBA program, and then like burning a bridge there.
I wasn't going to do
Like
that. I'm only doing the MBA program to get a job.
because you didn't get a job. Okay.
Yes. And I
Well,
had to get out of my last situation.
yeah, well that's fair.
Like I
But
wouldn't just leave to go get an MBA. I had a job, like,
yeah,
you know.
but maybe this will
So,
open way better doors for you, and then it'll be like God had to close those doors to push you in this direction so that you would go do this because something better is going to come out of it. You know what I mean?
that's what I'm hoping.
That's just like how I try to think about it because I feel like I know that like God has a plan for our lives and he's going to try to help us on the best path. And so when something doesn't work out the way that we want to, like he's going to make it's going to be better, you know, in his plan and his way. Low key, you could talk to Josh about this all day because he's been telling me all the time recently that like nothing in his life went at all how he planned, and it's all just like infinitely better than he could have expected for it to be on his own. Um, so it feels really hard right now though when you're like in the middle of the trial and like not you can't see what's next or what's after that and what's coming. So it just feels like you're in the dumps. But I don't know, like do you have something that you have gone through in the past that you can like remind yourself like it was bad but then it was like way better than you expected, like the outcome? Maybe even like going to Georgia, like neither of us really planned to go to Georgia, and then that was like the best thing for me. Not that all my memories are ideal, but like I struggled
Um,
with, a lot there too, but I think that was still overall a good thing, good experience.
I would say I had a good college experience.
Yeah. You met Jay
I,
there.
yes, I did meet Jay there. I would say, and a couple other like friends
Yeah.
that will probably like stay in touch. I would say I don't feel like I've had a legit win since high school.
Yeah. That's tough.
I just like, I mean, I've been doing a lot of reflecting because I have so much time, but
Yeah.
like, Georgia's not a bad school by any means. But I
Yeah.
think since I got into better schools and chose Georgia for like pre med, and because I didn't feel pushed
Mhm.
into it, like, nobody told me I had to go there, but
Yeah.
I didn't want to feel left out from like the whole family having gone there.
Yeah.
And then I like wanted to prioritize my social life.
Hmm.
But then I was pissed because I didn't really make friends in my sorority. And then I
Yeah.
didn't know how to make friends outside of it, and I felt like I'd missed the boat. And I did make friends later on, but like I never got the friend experience I thought I would there. So it was like now I've chosen, and then I quit pre-med. So it's like now I've literally, like, I just don't feel like I really,
You didn't get any of the things that you like kind of expected to come from
yeah.
college. Yeah. Which is hard.
And
I
I
mean,
met
that's,
Jay. Like that was great,
yeah.
but I don't think of that as a college experience because we started
Yeah.
dating a month before I left. So like we met there and we started dating there, but like that has been so little of our experience.
Yeah. College wise. Yeah.
I got a job, which
Yeah.
is an accomplishment, I
Yeah.
suppose, but it was horrible.
Yeah. No, that's
I feel like,
also that's how I feel about Oracle though. Like it feels so clear to me now because I mean I was at Oracle 3 years and I literally hated it. But I it was also kind of different because I was getting paid more because I was in sales, but and like literally not because I was working more, working harder, but because that's just the nature of the job. But I hated it so much. And I literally remember thinking, like, I went to college because, and like specifically got a business degree and joined a business fraternity and like did all these things because I really wanted to be like corporate girly 100%. And then I got in that, and obviously it was weird because of COVID too. Like,
mhm.
20 starting in 2020 literally I didn't go in the office for like 2 years, and then even when I would go in the office when they opened it back up no one was there, so it was just like
Mhm.
mega depressing. And I just like I didn't have any idea like what my career was ever going to look like because I didn't know what I wanted to do with it. I didn't really want to stay in sales, but I didn't know what else to do. And like then I started like my photography stuff on the side and started realizing like, oh, like I was given this job as a means to fulfill something else. Like I literally bought all of my camera equipment with bonuses that I got from Oracle or like commission checks I got from my sales job. And I built my business with those funds. And like right now, you're living this summer, like you can spend these 2 weeks doing nothing if you want, like work wise, because you had a job that gave you some funds to like pay your bills, right? And it allowed you to live, well, I guess you could have lived in Atlanta if you wanted, but it allowed you to pay for your rent in Duluth. That's why you met Lauren. And that's like, I don't know. I just feel like it's hard sometimes to see all of the way these things piece together. But then in like 5 years from now, you'll be like, oh my gosh, duh. Like, of course, I didn't get those jobs because this other thing happened, or, I don't know. But it's hard when you're in the before that time frame.
Yeah, I think right now, like what I'm envisioning, I guess, like I do want to be kind of corporate girly. I want to try. I've
Yeah.
literally never worked corporate. I mean, my corporate job was not corporate. So, um, I just want that experience to have something for comparison's sake, I suppose. Also just making a little bit more money and
Mm-hmm.
being able to like live in a city and not in my parents' house. um, would all be nice things. But where was I going with this? I don't know. I'm just getting very tired of waiting
Yeah.
because I'm like trying to make things happen and I don't feel like I'm making headway.
Yeah.
I also like decided I'm going to go to like I really want to work on networking this year because you kind of have to
Mm-hmm.
network to like do anything in business.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, okay, I'm going to try to go to 5 networking events like this summer since I have so much time. And so I go to like Terry alumni events because I get emails from them constantly. They have one event left on their calendar and it's sold out. So then I'm looking at any other Atlanta networking and I like can't find anything. So I'm like, literally, what am I supposed to be doing?
Yeah. Do you feel like you're just like, do you feel at all like burnt out? Like, do you literally just need to rest and like
I feel
relax?
like I need to have a win so bad.
Mhm. Yeah. But you
So I don't
can't
want to
like
stop
force.
until I get one.
Yeah.
I have this friend from Run Club that they call it vibe coding. He's a vibe coder. So he uses like what?
That's
It's
just
crazy.
crazy. Yeah.
He uses like AI to build apps basically, and that's like what his whole
Oh.
company does. And so they have a position open that I probably could have had, but it's in Atlanta, and I would be so upset if I stayed in Atlanta any longer. Like
Mm,
I want to go out of state so bad.
yeah.
It's been like 5 years that I've been waiting to go out of
Yeah.
state. I asked for an internship and they can't like afford basically to give me an internship. Like they could either onboard me and I would be full time
Yeah.
or like expected to stay or um nothing. So,
Yeah.
but I talked to him last night and I'm gonna go like shadow him to at least like see what he does just to like see something.
Yeah. Like some level of exposure,
Hmm.
experience. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like corporate was way different than I expected it to be. So it could be nice and helpful to like you could just also ask like other people in the industry that you know that have jobs you might be interested in if you could shadow them.
Yeah,
Like, that's
that's
a
what
way
I'm
of
planning to do.
yeah, networking without like going to a networking event.
Yeah,
You know?
um, that's what I'm planning to do. But I thought of that yesterday, so
Yeah.
because you don't really think of shadowing like
Yeah.
in the corporate world. You think of it in like medicine
Schools
usually.
and stuff. Oh yeah, true. I was thinking like middle school when kids would come shadow us for a day at the
We
private
did
school.
not do
I went.
that.
Well, I think it's because we went to the private school and it was like
Yeah.
your parents were gonna invest a lot of money in your education there, so they had kids who came and shadowed to make sure they liked it or whatever. Do you want to talk about
Yeah.
the day,
Yeah.
your day? Okay.
Does it look like I've been crying? Like my nose is red.
Not really.
Nice.
Yeah. Also, it's fine. Honestly, I don't mind being vulnerable or whatever, like in
Yeah, no, I
crying.
don't either.
Yeah. But like that's kind of the vibe. That's how it'll be sometimes. I'll just cut out any like major blubbering if we want, so it's not
Yeah.
cringy.
Um,
Gotta eat my cheese.
I think I'm also like disappointed in myself because I hate that when I feel like this, I can't just talk without crying. Like,
Yeah, I
it's
know.
annoying. It's interrupting my conversation.
I literally have to explain to Josh that crying is like a physiological response that I'm not in control of.
No, and it's
Like,
annoying. Like,
yeah,
I'm
your
trying to have a
brain.
legit, serious conversation, and it's like in the way.
Yeah,
My hands look so big on camera.
your
There's a
hand.
show that Jay and I watch that like this the main character gets made fun of for her hands like constantly for them being so big. They're not that big, but it's just like a bit.
What show is it?
It's called Hacks.
Hmm, never heard of it.
Yeah, it's some random thing and we're like, sure, we'll try it. Because
Yeah,
we haven't watched a show together in a while.
yeah.
It's good. Um, yeah, so I low-key feel like I've been quitting too easily. Like
Mm,
and I don't usually like saying quitting because I don't like quit something without thinking about it, but like since pre-med it's like okay, I quit pre-med because I ended up not wanting to do the whole shebang and then not thinking it was worth it, and then I chose Kim and now I quit Kim, and then I've like tried other things along the way, like starting businesses and quitting. So it's just like I feel like I've almost lost like confidence in myself in that regard. Even though I'm like still confident in other areas, like I feel like I care so much about like health and fitness. It's like I trust myself a lot in those areas. Like I very rarely walk on a run when I tell myself I'm not gonna walk on a run. You know, like if I'm going
yeah,
for a run, I'm going for a run and I don't
yeah,
walk. And that's not super normal, you know, like
yeah. No, that's amazing. I can't do that. I
so
don't think I could run a
right.
mile right now if my life depended on it.
Um
That's
but I
wild.
feel like it doesn't always cross into like every area. So right now I'm just like I don't know, but I also like I kind of want to learn from my past mistakes with UGA or like if with going to a new school, like even if it's not what I expect it to be, I want to give it a full chance because I feel like I didn't give UGA that chance like when I
Mm,
didn't like it off the bat.
Yeah.
And like I kind of spent 4 or 5 years like being upset about my decision to go there because I didn't want to be a transfer. So I
Right.
wanted to stay. And then like but honestly, I was really frustrated last year when me and all my friends were graduating and all of the tech grads were like easily getting jobs and way more high
Mm,
paying than I got. So I'm like
that's so,
I literally could have had that.
yeah.
Like and it's like I made my life harder because I wanted to be social.
Yeah. And then
And then I
social
wasn't
life
that
wasn't like
social.
really what you wanted either. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so annoying.
So, and then I also like let my grades slip and stuff. So it's like I didn't like stay true to myself at all. And it's really frustrating.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah, it sounds like you need like a reset, honestly.
Yeah. And I feel like I
And I
like
feel
have in a lot of ways, but like I'm not getting like a job to make me feel complete, you know,
right, right,
or into school or whatever.
right. I feel like this is, I mean, I don't know, it's like 2 weeks or maybe a month or so, but like the book that you have, is it kind of like, I mean, like self-help-ish, but what is it about?
It's about like if you want an extraordinary career, or not even extraordinary, but great. Like
Yeah,
I'm very much about great, not good, you know.
totally.
I do want a great career. I don't really know or care what it is,
Mm,
but it's not what I'm doing currently.
right, right.
um, but it's just about like no matter where you came from, if your parents set you up well or if they didn't, or if you went to school or you didn't, like just kind of like using the skills that you have
Yeah,
and actually just working hard to get where you want to get. And it's
yeah.
the problem is that I feel like she doesn't acknowledge being unemployed or
Mm.
the fact that it's hard to get a job.
Right, like it's hard to start the job part.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she's assuming you have a job.
Yeah. Because
Mm,
I don't think that she's dealt with
like
the current
unemployment.
job market.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She a little bit older. They're older, right?
Yeah, she's got kids and stuff. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, and
she's
even for us,
in
like, I mean,
high
obviously
school.
2020 was weird because of COVID and like people lost their
Hmm.
jobs from that, but I feel like after that it got really bad and it's been
Yeah.
getting worse.
Mhm.
And um yeah, I like can't imagine being in that. We have a friend who has like maybe been employed for like 4 months since I've known them for like 2 years, 3 years.
Hmm.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But it's
And
tough
it's
out
hard.
there.
Like, you're kind of taught to like see that as like, oh, so they
So they're
are
stupid.
worthless.
Yeah. Or they're not willing to work at certain jobs or yeah, I mean there's a lot of things for sure, but I feel like you're in a good place right now with the flexibility you have though to like really and like you said you've been reflecting already, but really think about yeah, like what maybe even like what do you want to do in a job and like I hated sales. It was so bad. I thought I
I
was gonna
will
like
not do sales.
no.
I've looked at them because I'm a qualified for them and I refuse to apply.
Yeah, don't do it. I don't think you would like
I'm
it.
That's just not my personality at all.
I mean, like technically it is my personality on like every aptitude test I've ever taken. It says I'd be great at sales, but
I don't
I don't
like it
like
though.
corporate sales. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
So,
okay, I'm super outgoing and like can
mm,
talk to anyone most of the time,
right.
but like that just like that's not enjoyable to me. That does not
Yeah.
sound nice.
Yeah. But maybe I forgot exactly what I was gonna say about this, but kind of along the lines of like, I don't know, maybe like reminding yourself too, like what your strengths are and how you would like to use them at work or in a business, and then maybe seeing like where that leads you.
Mhm.
Um, and also like you can start your business at any time and
Mhm.
do that. And I feel like there are little wins, like your friends liking your cookie recipe is like that's a win. Like that's to say, oh, like I can do this. Like you have a skill for that. I have
Yeah.
literally zero skills in cooking or baking. Well, Josh would say I'm a good cook, but because I use
I was
TikTok.
gonna say I don't think that's true because you use TikTok.
What do you mean you don't think
No,
that's true?
I don't
But
think
that
it's
is
true
not
that
skills.
you don't have any skills. I was like,
Sure,
why are
sure,
you
sure. So
offended?
I was like, that's crazy. I mean, I can cook, but mostly because I'm following recipes and like I've learned a few skills in the kitchen, but they're all like learned. I don't know. I'm
I'm
not a
also not that
baker.
passionate about cooking. which is why I let
Baking
Jay
is
do the
different though.
cooking.
Yeah.
It's what? It's different.
Baking is
Because I
different.
know, like, because, okay, honestly, the batch that I made of
Mhm.
cookies, I felt like I used too much brown sugar, and I can taste that now, which is kind of cool. But, like, in cooking, I'm like, oh, this is all great. And Jay's like, this has way too much garlic. And, like,
That's
I
so
would
funny.
make it so differently. Like, they should have cooked at a lower temperature. And I'm like, all right,
Oh,
you can cook. You do it.
I don't think about things like that either.
No.
And
It's
like
like
the
I want my
chicken thing,
potatoes to get soft in the oven. That's it.
right. I can
Just
tell you what I like, oh, I don't
Mhm.
want the chicken to be too dry or too, well, definitely not undercooked.
Yes.
But I couldn't tell you how to do it better normally. So, okay, let's do our day in
Yeah,
the
we
life.
can move on from my pity party. So, yeah, we're talking about days in the life, and just a caveat, I mean, this is not my everyday. This is what, like, if I'm on my game, this is what happens and what I think is the best kind of setup for my day. So I like to wake up around 7, which is really nice because the sun is actually up in Georgia where I am, and I can kind of have my eyes adjust naturally to morning light immediately, which I think is really just good to help you wake up. When I was working my 9 to 5, I was getting up at 5 a.m., which I'm a morning person, so I can make it happen, but I'm just feel more balanced in my body waking up at 7, even though I'm sleeping the same amount of time. So definitely for that wake up time. And then I just go straight into like my bathroom routine. I try to do gratitude while I'm flossing to habit stack it. It doesn't always happen, but I like to do that. I always make my bed and go ahead and get dressed in the morning so that I'm ready for the day. And then I am doing a mini cut this month before my birthday, so I might take progress pictures, which Loki takes forever and throws my schedule off. But if I'm not doing progress pictures, then I try not to touch my phone for at least an hour after waking up because I just know I'm more sensitive in the morning, and if I like see a notification, it's going to throw me, I could be thrown off so easily. So I'm like, let's not start my day on a bad note. Also, it's way easier in the morning to start scrolling and not stop scrolling. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like because you're kind of like waking up and then it just takes
Sure.
forever. So I really try to avoid my phone. And then I ice roll using the Skinny Confidential ice roll that Jay got me for Christmas. If you don't know what
Where
the
do you
Skinny
ice
Confidential
roll?
is, yeah, my face. Yeah, so I do jaw. So okay, sorry, there's two sides of the ice roll. I should have brought it to
Yeah.
show you, but one side is curved, so it's like that. I don't know why
Oh, yeah.
that's how I chose to show you,
Yeah, yeah.
but so I use the curved part for my jawline, my cheekbones, and my nose, and then there's one that's flat. I try to
Okay.
focus on my jawline and my cheekbones mostly, but I ice roll like my whole face. And then I do my eyes, but my eyes are really sensitive, so sometimes it like burns them.
Yeah.
I also keep it in the fridge instead of the freezer because the freezer's what burns it. But anyway,
Wait,
um
how is it iced then?
it's not
Or is
ice, it's
oh,
metal. Yeah, but
oh,
it
oh.
is an ice roller is what it's called.
Yeah, that's funny.
But yeah, so the brand I love that I talk about all the time is the Skinny Confidential, which they've
Mm-hmm.
technically rebranded to the Bostics because it's a
Cute.
couple, but yeah, so check them out. And I hydrate first thing in the morning.
How much like
Um,
water would you drink? Or do you do electrolytes?
I should do electrolytes in the morning. It's really hard to convince myself to drink electrolytes in the morning. I don't know why, but I just like am not, I don't want that flavor profile then. So I
Yeah.
just do water and usually like, I mean, I honestly, I always drink out of this thing. So
Yeah.
throughout the day, I try to have at least 3 of these, which is over
Mhm.
120 ounces.
Yeah.
But I've definitely gotten to 5 like multiple times. So before breakfast, I usually have like 8 to 16. Not anything crazy. I eat breakfast
Okay.
like pretty much as soon as I wake up. So around 7:45, I have breakfast, and I've been trying to switch it up more frequently recently. I used to kind of eat the same thing every day, but I've heard that it's better for your gut biome to be switching your foods out more, so you don't develop sensitivities. Because I used to eat eggs every day for breakfast, and I think that that's part of what started my inflammation from eating eggs. So usually I focus on protein or fiber for breakfast. I prefer to have protein at breakfast because I notice when I don't, I get snackier at night. So,
Mm-hmm.
but
I
since
agree
I'm
with
on
that.
you agree?
Yeah, I feel like the better I eat in the beginning of the day, the
Mhm.
better the day goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is so hard to remember sometimes because if I wake up and I'm not super hungry, then I don't want to self-sabotage by not eating like anything, but I also am like, but I'm not hungry. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a process, but I am taking Accutane, which we'll talk about, but you're supposed to take it with a ton of omega-3s. So I usually eat an avocado at breakfast and take my Accutane. It's just
Whole
easiest to
avocado.
remember. I do a whole or a half. It just depends on how I'm feeling and how
What do you
many I
eat it
bought at the
with?
grocery store. I do avocado toast usually, but sometimes I do a breakfast plate. So I don't know
Ooh.
if you've seen that. Yeah.
I mean,
I'll just do like a fried egg or two.
yeah.
Like I've been really into mango lately, so like mango or
Ooh,
berries,
yeah. I've been
so
eating
good.
mangoes like every day.
I finally learned how to pick them out at the grocery store so I can
Wait,
get
which
like
ones do you buy? I have a.
they're supposed to be equally colored of like so they have three colors. It's like green, yellow, and red, and they're not supposed to have a spot. That's what I thought initially and got a bad one. They're supposed to be like kind of equally distributed of the colors,
Mm,
an even distribution of the colors. And then you can smell them like a peach and they're supposed to smell
yeah.
sweet. And then you can also squish them and they're supposed to be kind of like soft, like an avocado or
Yeah.
something.
So, but you buy the regular mangoes. I buy the
Yes.
Altufo mangoes. They're the yellow ones,
Okay. They just
and
call them
they're
yellow or sweet mangoes at Publix.
oh, they're
But
so
yeah,
good. I feel
but they're
like
littler, right?
yeah, but they're easy. I feel like pretty easy to cut. I just cut like on each side, and then
Yeah.
cut like an avocado almost, and then scoop it with a spoon.
Okay.
Like, how do you
Yeah,
how
the
do how do you
pit,
do mango?
it
Yeah.
makes me so angry actually, and I like, because I didn't know that there was a pit the first time, like a couple weeks ago, and so I was like, my knife sucks, just like
Yeah.
hacking at it, and ended
Mm-hmm.
up just like eating around the pit,
Mm-hmm.
like,
Like
yeah,
chewing it.
yes, it was
Nice.
really scrumptious, but really
Yes.
annoying.
Did you peel it?
Yeah, I didn't eat the peel. I just,
Yeah.
that'd be funny.
Sorry.
You're not
How
supposed to.
feral was this encounter with your mango?
It was pretty crazy. Like I was like dripping mango
Oh yeah,
juice.
like a peach. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
That's why I like
so
the yellow ones. They're easier, I think, to cut
okay. I
and eat.
do though. I try to cut around the core and
Hmm.
then like I'll do the thing like on Instagram is where I saw people cut mangoes the
Hmm.
first time. So where you like kind of like
Score it.
score it and
Yeah.
then open it up and then yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll like try to cut as close as I can around the core and then I'll
Hmm.
like eat it a little bit if I want. But honestly, the strings get stuck in your teeth and it's really annoying.
Yes, whenever I do that, I hate that. But I don't want to
I
waste
have
it,
to
so
floss.
I do it
I
anyway.
know. Also, like, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, so breakfast plate. So sometimes I just eat the avocado on like the side of the egg.
Yeah.
Also when I'm feeling like special, I don't know. Sometimes,
Yeah.
so the other
Like,
breakfasts I'll do are like an oatmeal bowl, where I try to
mhm.
dress it up with like chia seeds and I usually
Yeah.
do a banana in it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or ground beef bowl, which people judge so hard, but you do an unseasoned, super cooked down ground beef and then maybe do honey on top or banana.
Hmm.
Again, shout out the Skinny Confidential
For that idea.
plastics. It's actually so yummy. Like I just can't explain to you. It feels good. It just feels good.
I mean, I could do every now and then I'll do because I like went on an anti-pork run for a bit. So I wasn't doing like sausage or bacon. So then I was just doing ground beef in the morning, but like I would treat it as like a breakfast meat. So I would do like a ground beef and fried egg taco. And like
I do. I have put fried egg on top and it's so yummy.
that's
Yeah.
good. I like my ground beef with fried eggs, but I also don't like don't love ground beef smell in the morning.
That's
I
what
feel like
mom
that's
says.
yeah, it's like really grosses me out.
So upsetting. Anyway, so after breakfast, around 8, I try to oh, also I eat breakfast outside as much as possible. I try to be
That's fun.
outside unless I'm overheating
Hmm.
pretty much or the sun is in the way, like if I'm on my
Hmm.
computer or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Um so at around 8, I'll try to get my mind working and awake. So I journal when I can. I get really hesitant to journal because I just like it feels like too much sometimes, like an energy
Hmm.
drainer almost.
Hmm.
But it can also be really good for like accessing my deeper feelings. So I
Yeah.
think journaling's great. And
Yeah.
then bringing back the nonfiction, like I was going to say earlier, I love having a nonfiction book to read in the morning. And I try to just do like a chapter or 5 to 10 minutes. Um, just to get my mind kind of like, it's almost like a warm up for the day. Like before
Yeah.
the gym, you do a physical warm up. It's kind of like my mental warm up, to get me motivated and like excited to attack the day.
Hmm.
Um, attack the day. Go dogs.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Well,
um, also I have like a little devotional book that it's like every
hmm.
day has 2 pages and
Yeah.
it's has a topic like so you feel lost and then it kind of connects it to scripture so
Yeah.
and then gives you like a call to action for the day so I like reading that in the morning also.
Yeah.
Around 8:15 is when I start my more deep work because my mind just works the best in the morning and I'm always happiest when I get things out of the way early. So this is when I'm focusing on filming or editing content, thinking of ideas for future content, working on the podcast. Right now, also obviously like looking at school stuff and then potential jobs and figuring that kind of stuff out. Um, Sometime in this time period, I'll start drinking caffeine, which is usually an Alani, but I also have lattes sometimes, depending on my mood. I've just been on an energy drink kick for a while now, so I usually try to wait like 90 minutes after waking up to start it, just because it helps not crash later in the day. Um, so then after that, around 11, I head to the gym. I've actually decided this is my favorite time to work out, which is
Interesting.
funny because when am I ever gonna get to do that if I'm not employed, you
Yeah.
know? But
Yeah.
yeah, sorry, just brain fart. But I usually do like a little pre-workout snack, which I like doing dates. Sometimes I do butter in them and salt, and it tastes like
Yeah.
tiramisu. It's so good.
Tastes
I
like
don't know why
what?
it tastes like it tastes like tiramisu.
Interesting. I've
Yeah.
had dates with butter like in them,
Mhm.
but I
It's
don't know.
so good. But yeah, just some carbs usually to get me going. I
Yeah.
usually am still like sipping on my energy drink. Ideally,
I
I
didn't
like to
realize
have
dates
it.
had, I mean, I guess like they're kind of like a dried fruit carb.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't think of them as carb.
they're
I don't know.
sugar. Carbs are just
Yeah.
sugar, and dates
Yeah.
are just sugar.
Right, because they're fruits.
Yes.
Right.
So like, I don't know if you see this ever, but people like a lot of runners will eat
Hmm.
candy right before they run because it's
Yes.
just
Nerd gummy
so I like
clusters.
to yeah. So I like to think of dates as like nature's candy before.
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely better than
Honestly,
nerd
they're
gummies, for
so sweet. I love it.
sure. Really? I don't feel like I don't really like dates.
Okay, are you eating the super dry ones?
I don't know.
Like are yours kind of smaller? Like they're skinny almost?
No, they're like fat, like,
Yeah. You don't think they're sweet?
nah.
Maybe Texas has bad dates.
Maybe I'll try them next time I'm at home.
Yeah, mine are like really sweet. That's why it
Interesting.
tastes like tiramisu.
Do
Mhm.
you, oh, I mean, you do other sweets. Like Alani is sweet.
Yeah, and
Mm,
I'm like have cookie dough all the time.
yeah. Because I always wonder if people who think that those kinds of things are sweet, they think it's sweet because they don't really eat like candy and
No, but
stuff.
that's not me. Like I have a
Right.
sweet tooth.
Right. Hmm.
And it like I wouldn't say it satisfies, like it's not quite like I can actually convince myself it's candy. Like it's not a
No,
Reese's cup.
yeah, of
But
course.
it's if I'm like in the mindset where I'm like on a cut or I'm trying not to have processed sugar, then
Hmm.
it's enough. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's fair.
Anyway,
Cool.
yeah, so I'll have some pre-workout carbs and then go to the gym. I used to do 3 days and I just upped it to 4 just because I have the time, but my split is usually lower body, upper body, which includes abs, lower body, and then a choice day. The choice
Yeah.
day could be like Stairmaster or full body or upper again, like just kind of whatever I'm feeling. If I feel like I didn't get a great workout earlier in the week for it, then I'll kind of do it there.
Mm,
I would definitely love to do an episode on working out in general, but
yeah.
generally I do heavy weights for my lower body and then for upper body I do lighter weights and body weight exercises because I just feel like it makes me the happiest with my physique when I do that. Um but yeah, if you have questions, I would love to answer them. But because I feel like I've spent so much time educating myself on fitness that I like answering questions about it.
Yeah.
Um And then after weights, I like to do a full body stretch. I try to keep up with my splits from dancing. I don't think we've mentioned that. Kate and I were competitive dancers for most of our
Wow.
lives
Yeah.
until we were
12,
18.
15 years. Yeah. 15 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Crazy.
And so I like to maintain my splits and I do pretty much like the old dance stretch we did, but I
Yeah.
just don't hold everything as long. Like we used to make that
Yeah.
take an hour somehow, but I do it in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then sometimes if I'm in a good mood, then sometimes I'll like practice my pirouettes and everything, which is fun.
Ooh.
I'm
I
so
had a
much better
dream.
now than I used to be. It's actually crazy. Like,
Wait, this is so crazy. I had a dream about this the other night because one of the girls that I have in my eighth grade like group at church is a
mhm,
dancer and she was showing me her videos. And so I had a dream that I was like dancing again, like at this
yeah,
age, and I could do like a six-turn pirouette.
yeah,
And I was like talking to one of our I don't even know who it was, but one of our old dance teachers, and I was like, I just wish I had this level of like confidence when I used to dance because I actually have like the skills now. And I
yeah,
really do think I think it like was one of those dreams that was like, yeah, it was a dream, but it also was like low key kind of healing because I do think like I would have been so much better if I didn't hate myself and didn't like believe I sucked as bad as I did. And if I
yeah,
like had any level of confidence or belief that I could be better, but like no one was helping me believe that. And I mean, I wasn't doing it to myself. So anyway, I think about that all the time, like how much better I could have been if, I don't know, like I felt like anyone thought I could be good. But
yeah.
I feel like there was a group of us that just believed we sucked and they let us believe it. And because I mean, we kind of did. So, but like if I don't know, I just feel like it was a weird situation, but I had a dream about it the other night. I thought it was funny. Now
I
I live
have dreams
vicariously
about,
for my eighth graders.
yeah, I have dreams about it all the time, but usually it's like I show up at a dance competition and I never learn the
Mhm.
dance, but I have the costume on and I have to go on stage
Yep.
and
Wait, that
I'm like,
happens to me
I've
a
got to figure
lot.
it out
I'm
all the
like
time.
following the
That's
person
my
next to
stress
me.
dream. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Like looking at them, like, oh yeah, yeah. That's so funny.
It's
That's low-key what I basically
horrible.
used to do, so.
No, I know. I'm like, wait, this
Wait,
is
why
real
is
life.
yeah, this is
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, moving on. So yeah, I like to do a whole stretch and I started doing the sauna for 10 to 15 minutes and I
Mm,
just love the way I feel after the fact. Like while I'm in
love
it, it kind
sauna.
of sucks, honestly. I try to read in there to distract myself.
The
But
first 5 minutes I feel like are the worst.
yeah, well, it burns like coming in and out of your, like breathing through your nose. Like
Oh,
maybe that's the Accutane. She's like,
yeah,
I don't relate. I'm like,
that's not
okay.
what I was thinking. I just feel like I don't know if assimilating is that the right word? Like
Yeah.
getting used to it.
Mhm.
What's the
It's not
word?
assimilate,
No, that's more like
accumulate. That's not
no,
the word,
that's definitely not
but
it.
it's an A
Like,
word.
okay,
Acclimate.
acclimate. Yes, it's so funny when I listen to other podcasts and they're trying to find a word and I'm like screaming it at them.
Yeah.
They never get to it and I'm like, do I
Yeah.
text them? Like, you have
I know.
to know the word. Yes. Anyway, what did you say?
Acclimating.
Acclimate. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're like, anyway, that's why I think it's hard because you go in and it's
Yes.
like, and then it gets
Mhm.
better, but no
But when
burning.
I leave, I feel like such a lightness. It's so like it's like anti-anxiety or something.
It's
I
amazing.
don't know. It's really nice, but I'll be like driving away because I leave pretty much right
Yeah.
after that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh my God, I feel amazing right now.
Yep.
So
I used to
that's
do that
really
when I
cool.
was working out with Manda. So my friend she was a personal trainer for a while. I don't think she still has clients right now. She just had a baby and she works for her husband's videography company or like their videography company. But she has her personal trainer's like certification. And so before our wedding, she was training me and helping me lose weight and all that jazz. And I would go sit in the sauna for like 15 to 20 minutes. And I remember leaving and it was like I would get in my car and just like be silent on the way home. Like I felt just like very like reflective, but not in like not too deep, just like a light. I
Yeah.
don't know, it was nice. I loved the sauna.
Euphoric.
You can't sauna when you're pregnant.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
figured.
Or hot tub
Also,
or
Yeah.
So, rip.
Mm. Good
Sorry.
thing you live in Texas. You don't need a hot tub.
True. I know. Actually, I had to learn, not the hard way, but like I laid out the other day in my backyard and because I was trying to get some sun and it worked. I only laid out for like 30 minutes and I got a little tan line. But I was looking up like pregnancy and tanning basically, and it was saying that you have to be really careful about your just like core body temperature. And so even in Texas, I will have to be careful this summer of like overheating because your if your body like it's like if you had like a really bad fever, like if your body
Yeah.
temperature is too high, that's like dangerous for, you know, everything going on in your body. So just have to take breaks and get in the shade or get in the water. Like if you're at the pool, it's fine. But anyway, things I've been learning.
So silly.
I know. It's so stupid, but it's fine. It's probably fine also. Like all these stupid rules and I'm like
Yeah.
I bet they're all just like major precautions because something happened or like has happened multiple times to women. So now they're
Yeah.
like, oh, don't do that because that
Yeah.
this happened to this person or that person, and it's like I don't know how strict we really need to be. I don't want to. It feels like a lot to keep up with everything. Like
Mhm.
I'm like even getting worried about taking baths.
If
Like
you're not
five.
sweating, it's not that hot of a bath.
That's what I'm
'Cause I
thinking.
definitely
That's
sweat
kind
in
of
my
my
bath.
threshold for like if I'm in the
Yeah.
bath, if I'm not sweating, I think I'm okay,
Yeah.
I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
Okay,
anyway,
let's keep going because we're
yeah,
so long. Okay, so once I get back from the gym, I do lunch. I do think that mom did a decent job of teaching us like how to build a plate. I just didn't
yeah,
realize until I was older, but like we did this when we grew up for dinners, but I do a meat, a vegetable, and a starch, and then I cook in olive oil, which is fat. So I hit
yeah.
all my macros there. And also fiber to stay satiated.
Hmm.
My favorite is ground beef with sweet potatoes and Brussels sprouts, but I also do like chicken, broccoli, avocado, rice, whatever. So different variations of that for lunch. After lunch, I like to go for a walk. If I can, I'll squeeze in an hour. And this is when I usually listen to a podcast to get some like passive, feel good information.
Yeah. What?
When I get back from that, I go back to working to finish what I didn't do in the morning. Um, and then Jay comes over around this time usually, and he might also have some work to do. So we'll kind of just like coexist. I usually have a snack in the afternoon that's like a banana and almonds or some variation. And then around 4:30, I'm kind of like done with responsibilities for the day. Sometimes it's earlier because I'm not obviously like I don't have too many responsibilities right now. And then I just have social time. And I like to try to do fun things with Jay other than just walking because we walk a lot, which is great. But the other day we rode bikes to play pickleball and then rode home. And it's like all downhill on the way to the courts and all uphill on
Mm.
the way back. So that was super humbling. But um,
Where do you play
I thought
pickleball?
that was super cute. Actually, right next to Pleasant Hill Presbyterian Church.
Oh, I
There's,
know. Wait, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've played
Mhm.
tennis there.
Yeah,
That's crazy. I didn't know they had
I
pickleball
know.
courts.
We played once before there, and then I was like, let's go on a bike ride because
Yeah, that's
we've
fun.
like we I haven't touched my bike in years, so
Yeah, I want
that
a
was super
bike,
cute. Yeah, no, it's
especially
fun.
when we
I
have kids. Like we need bikes for sure.
Yeah, you do. I loved biking like as a
Hmm.
family when we were kids. I also am like trying desperately to make Duluth like walkable and like a
Hmm.
city. Like it is a little city, but I like trying to make it more so. So like biking places and walking everywhere. Like the fact that I can walk to work feels so like yeah, it's just fun to live in like my own little world. So, but yeah, after or just in the at night I'm usually like I eat dinner which is similar to what I had for lunch but I try to like switch the flavors so I don't get tired of it and
Hmm.
then I almost always have dessert. Sometimes it's healthier like or whole foods like dates and then a lot of times it's cookies because I make them. But actually I haven't told you this, so I started prepping my cookies, so like I'll make a whole batch and then
Yeah,
I'll scoop them and freeze them because you can
yeah.
cook them from frozen. So now when
Uh-huh.
you come home, you'll have like a slice and bake ready for
That's
you
amazing.
if you
I
need a
love that.
cookie.
We started doing that because if I ever made like cookies and it was like, well, we're not gonna eat 24 cookies before
Mm-hmm.
they like aren't good.
Aren't as good.
So I haven't made a lot of cookie dough recently, but the last time I did, I made brown butter dark chocolate chunk
Mm-hmm.
cookies.
Nice.
They were so good, and I did that where I like scooped them and then froze them, and it's so nice because then you can just make like two at a time.
Yeah, it's
So
perfect.
yeah. Also,
And
this is
then,
so random, but I got a new baking sheet. It's the Nordic Ware, I think that's what it's called. And it's like a non-tox baking sheet, and I love
yeah,
it.
I have some on my like list, but they're just not like top prio right now. But
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah. Um, and then if I have run club, that's at 6:30 on Mondays and Wednesdays. So I'll do that, get my socialization, and that's where most of my post grad friends are from. And
Mhm.
then I do like shower and nighttime routine after that. Once I'm home for the night, I go ahead and wash my face and do my skincare because it's easier than doing it when you're tired. And
Yeah,
I'm
for
super
sure.
diligent about it. Then I change into jammies, and usually Jay and I will watch our show, which is currently Hacks. We always say we're gonna watch a movie, and then it always ends
Just
up being the show.
yeah,
So
we're not really movie people. I feel like a movie is a
commitment.
commitment,
It is because also it's like I want to go to bed around 10. Spoiler
right?
alert, but then that means that we have to start the movie before 8. But if like we had Run Club, then it's like
Hard to get.
it's gonna be past 8 by the time we get
Yeah,
home. So like when
yeah,
yeah. And just like little things just take a while when I feel
yeah,
like there's two of you and like things just take longer for some reason.
yeah,
I don't know. Anyway, so we'll finish up around 10. I like to leave my phone downstairs charging so that I don't have it upstairs at all. I bought myself like a little pink alarm clock, which is super cute, so that I don't have
you
to have my phone up
too.
here. Um, and then that helps too in the morning, so I don't just reach for it. I literally can't touch it for like 9 hours, which is awesome. And I get really mad at Jay when he brings his phone into my bedroom, and he even has his Apple Watch on at night, and I'm like, please stop. Um,
Too many EMFs.
seriously, I'm like,
Get them
take it
out.
off. I'm
That's
like, leave
funny.
that downstairs where the charger is waiting for you.
Designated
Um,
charging zone.
and then yeah, it is a little concerning sometimes because I'm like, if something happened to someone between the hours of 10 and 7, really like 8, I'm on do not disturb, and I
Yeah.
wouldn't have
What are
any
you gonna
idea,
do?
but
What are you gonna
hopefully
do?
they have someone else to contact.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so I think that that's pretty much it, but overall for me, I am just happier to be sleeping different hours. It makes such a difference in my day.
Yeah.
And I feel just lighter not having to go to that job specifically because I was driving so much
Yeah.
and having to get up so early to get there. But yeah, now I wake up to the sun and the birds chirping, and I'm just a happy gal. So I'm definitely enjoying that in this season of
Yeah.
life, is having simple things like that.
Yeah. That's part of why I love working from home because I kind of get that every day and have a job. But
No need to brag. Kate's turn.
okay, my day in the life has changed a lot in the last 2 years because I went from being like a preschool teacher and a wedding photographer to then getting married and moving in with my husband and then becoming a, I was kind of like stay-at-home wife, but then also a wedding photographer. And now that I'm pregnant, it's changed even more because my wife duties have really fallen to the back burner because I'm exhausted and nauseous and don't want to do anything that does not include sitting on the couch. So I'm gonna give you my current day in the life, 9 weeks pregnant, and I might add some, things in that like I used to do, but where we're at right now. So Josh gets up around 6 every morning, and when he turns off the shower, I know it's time for me to get up. And before I was pregnant, I would like make him a breakfast, and normally it would be like a breakfast taco because I would just wrap it up and put it in his lunchbox. And I'll put his lunch, he like meal prepped this weekend, and so I'll just put one of the meal prep containers in his lunchbox with like an apple or banana or something. And then I make him a coffee. Normally, right now it's been cold brew, so just like the concentrate, maple syrup, and milk. super simple. And then I fill up his water for him and I put all that in his truck because then he has to carry like some other stuff. So I just kind of help him like get out the door and go to work. And, we do the whole like hug, kiss, goodbye thing. And then before I was pregnant, then I would start my own day with like coffee, Bible study, and like normally I would go for a walk pretty quickly or go into our garage gym and work out. But since I've been pregnant, I would go straight back to bed at like 7 o'clock and try to sleep for another like 2 hours. And then I'll get up around 9, maybe 10, sometimes 11. It just depends how sleepy I am. I just let myself sleep. I don't really set an alarm unless I have something to do. But when I do get up, I always make the bed. That's like a non-negotiable for me. And then my morning routine is super lame and simple. Like I literally just take out my retainers and like I brush them because that like grosses me out. And then I brush my teeth and that's it. Sometimes I'll put on my sunscreen in the morning on my face. Like I might rinse with like warm water and then I do the Super Goop like glow screen one. So it's kind of like a tinted. That's literally what I'm wearing right now.
I need to
Like
try that because Lauren
I
uses
like
that
it.
too. Super goop.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm the same way though. I brush my teeth and splash water on my face and I
I
put
think that's
moisturizer
good.
on. And I only
Yeah.
put sunscreen on if I'm not going to the gym and I know that I'm going in the
Mm-hmm.
sun,
For
like
sure.
immediately.
I would not wear it to the gym because then it just comes off.
Yeah. And I wash my
But
face when I get back, so.
like all of that I would do after my workout if I was gonna work
Hmm.
out. But if I go on a walk, I'll wear it because I'm in the sun. And then now I'm like really trying to eat something in the morning, which has been really hard. But my go-tos have been sourdough toast with butter and strawberries and mangoes. That's
Nice.
my breakfast. Or like I'll eat a
Hmm.
little cheese square or drink one of
That's good.
these little Chobani guys. I do like these. They're just because they have protein. Otherwise, I don't really get protein in the morning because I have the egg ick right now. So
Mm.
eggs would not be happening in the morning. I definitely couldn't eat meat in the morning. Like all of that sounds absolutely terrible. So
It's so sad.
yeah, it's really gross. All of it's so
I
gross.
love eggs.
I know I
I'm
used to love
sorry.
eggs. Now I can't eat them.
It'll come
So
back.
it will. I think like second trimester, I'll be a normal person again. But right
Okay.
now, everything's disgusting. And
Hmm.
then one thing that I do every single day, and sometimes multiple times a day if I start getting cold in the house, but is I'll just like walk around our backyard because we have two little like garden areas and one actually has like vegetables. Like I have tomatoes, banana peppers, jalapenos, I have a zucchini squash or a zucchini. I don't know why I called it that. Cilantro, onions. I think that's it. And a red bell pepper. I'll be honest, nothing's growing that well. I have a few tomatoes. A critter, I think, stole my
I
Roma
was gonna
tomato.
say, Mom used to always get so mad when like the
Yeah.
bunnies and the deer would eat our stuff.
Hmm. I don't know what is eating it. We like literally only have squirrels and like raccoons. I don't know
Yeah.
that they're eating it, but something took it. It's probably my squirrel. He's a rat. So that is okay. But I also planted like a lot of flowers. And so I'll go out there and like just kind of look at it and like see what's up. And then also I'll water if it's not gonna rain. So, and I honestly love like that part of my day, just like going in my garden and
Yeah.
looking at it, like not even doing that much. I don't like tend to it really on a
Yeah.
regular basis, but I will go like water if I need to or whatever. And then
It
when I
feels
come back,
nice. Like I've wanted to be more of a plant mom recently, so I've like
yeah,
I take care of mom's plants here,
mm,
and none of them have died. They haven't really changed much. So,
yeah,
yeah, I feel pretty great about it, but I'm
yeah,
excited to like have my own garden one day.
yeah, that's something that like I've enjoyed since we've had a house. And
Yeah.
I used to have a really black thumb, I feel like, but since we moved in here, I feel like my plants have done so much better. I don't know if it's
Mhm.
because a lot of them are planted in the ground versus like on my
Yeah.
apartment patio
Because
in like a
planting them in the right
pot.
space makes a big difference. Like I
Um,
don't know about all that stuff yet, but mom was saying that like one of the things needed to be like repotted, and I'm like,
oh.
okay.
Yeah, and then even
Good
my
to
indoor
know.
plants that are like on the windowsills are doing so well. And I used to have plants on my windowsill in my old apartment, and then like they all died. So I don't know
Maybe it's
why
the
that.
air.
Maybe. I mean, literally,
Bad
my old
air.
apartment probably had a bunch of mold. So
Yeah.
and this house could too, but I don't think so. It's fine. Anyway, so then after I go walk in my garden and stuff, I always come do my like Bible study in my front little sunroom area because the couches are really comfortable and I like have this little spot that I like cozy up in on the couch with my favorite blanket. And normally I would drink like coffee at this point, but coffee has also been on my not
Ink list.
drinking, yeah, my ick list recently, my pregnancy ick list. So I have been making green tea and I'll make it like the night before and make like a few cups of it and then put it in the fridge and I mix honey into it and then the next day I'll put it over ice with I'll make like a homemade strawberry or raspberry syrup and then
Okay.
squeeze like lemon into it and it's kind of like a refresher.
Yeah.
So
Do
that's
you
very
wait? We do something
reasonable.
similar at the coffee shop, but you know the frescas?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I actually think they're so good. I
Yeah, I
didn't.
have some in our fridge. Josh has been drinking them.
Yeah. Okay, so we do something like, do you know, whatever, with like syrup at the bottom and
Mhm.
then the refresher on top, ice, and then we do a
Yeah.
cold foam. But I feel like
Oh.
you could, yeah, it's so
So
good.
you do Fresca in the refresher?
hmm
And
You
like,
could try
is
it.
it a green tea refresher?
No, it's
What is
yuzu
it?
or hibiscus. Yeah, but I
But
don't know.
like,
You could try
what is
it.
it? Like, what's in it?
And what?
Like,
What's
okay, you put syrup and then what?
and then refresher,
But what
fresca.
is that?
You
They just
said you
comes in.
had them. Yeah,
No, like when you go to Starbucks and you get a refresher,
we
it's
call it a
like
yuzu cloud because there's
come
cold
from like a
foam.
can or something. I'm
Okay,
confused.
you have the frescas, which are in cans.
Yes.
Yes, they're like grapefruit and
Yeah.
0 calories. Yeah. So we have yuzu jam. So we take the jam and put that at the bottom
Right.
of the cup, and then we
Okay.
add the fresca, and then we add ice,
Oh,
and then
you
we have
said
a cold.
you add the refresher, and I was like, I don't know what you mean. What is the
Sorry,
refresher?
I said the fresca after, and I thought that
Add
that would
the
make sense. Yeah,
Fresca.
that's my bad.
Oh, so it's like a flavored refresca or fresca,
Yes.
flavored fresca.
See, it's hard not to say "ruh" before it.
Because the
Um,
refreshers I get at Summer Moon are like, it's like they put the strawberry concentrate and then literally green tea
water.
and then a
Or
lemonade
yeah,
concentrate. So it's like a
right.
green tea drink.
Mhm.
So that's what I've been making
Yeah,
because
but I think you
I
could
want
try it with the
caffeine.
fresca
Yeah, I should do
because it's
that.
just bubbles,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
sweet drink. So
Yeah. I feel like I need caffeine because it actually helps so much with my exhaustion if I just
mm,
have like literally 50 to 100 milligrams of caffeine. Like not
yeah,
anything crazy, but it helps so
yeah,
much. And I
it's
was drinking,
probably better than
yeah,
like doing the because I guess you chilled out a little bit before you got pregnant, but like having more than 200 milligrams usually makes my brain like too active. So
yeah,
and it makes you more tired and like
I thought that by giving up energy drinks, I was chilling out with caffeine, but I didn't realize that having like 2 or 3 cups of coffee and a double shot espresso latte was like just
is
as
the
bad.
same amount. Yeah. It's
I
because
was like,
like
it's fine.
a double shot of espresso is about it ranges. It's between a
Yeah.
hundred and 200 milligrams, but it's usually just a little bit less than having an energy drink.
Like I
And
was
then, but if you're
definitely
adding
still having 400 milligrams a day for a
yeah,
while. And then I was like,
okay. I still think that espresso is better for you than energy
yeah,
drinks.
same.
And if I were trying to get pregnant, I would also probably cut out energy drinks.
Yeah,
They are just my weakness
I get it.
now.
I've
And
been
I'm
there.
like honestly totally cool with having that. I
That's
eat
fair.
so many whole foods and
Yeah,
so many great things
that's fair.
and
I'm
not,
eating Ritz
you know,
crackers. Speaking of which,
so
Ritz crackers. I feel like I'm about ready for my Ritz crackers for the day. I've been eating them
that does
every day.
sound yummy. They're like perfectly sweet and salty.
Yeah, like a little buttery.
Do
Yeah.
you remember taking a slice of cheese as a kid and folding it and then putting it on the Ritz crackers and sticking it in the microwave as a snack? I
Yes.
remember y'all teaching me that and I think about it all the time, like little
That's
pizzas.
crazy. I can't believe we did that. That's so gross.
Ingredient household.
Yeah, we were.
I did that in college. Like I would do it now. I just don't get Ritz anymore.
Yeah,
But
I
they're
just started
so good.
buying. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna keep going because I'm
Yeah.
really nauseous and I need
Okay.
to
Yeah,
like
I need
go
to eat too.
horizontal or something. Okay, so after I do my like Bible study. Oh yeah, I was saying I would
With your
normally do have
drink, yeah.
coffee, but I've been doing a little green tea sometimes, but and then my Bible study just depends on what I have going on that week because I'm in a women's group on Monday nights and we're doing a like study of women in the Bible right now. And I have a life group on Wednesday nights and we're reading the book Vertical Marriage. We haven't actually started it yet, but we're about to. So then I would read that. Or on Thursday nights, I have a mentorship group and we're doing this study called Experiencing God. And it's like a workbook and also scripture. And you like go through like one day at a time. And it's like super in depth about like God's plan for our lives and like how we fit into that. And it's really interesting. And then sometimes we have mentorship with our like marriage mentors and we're reading The Meaning of Marriage. So lots of things. And then sometimes I'll just do whatever Bible recap day I'm on, which is I'm in like Job still because I haven't done a lot of that this year, but if I don't have like anything specific to read, then I'll just default to that. And then after I finish that, I will come work in my office for a little bit, depending on how much energy I have. And then typically, this is so random, but I'll get like really cold and then I'll have to go take a bath because I'm so cold. Like my whole body feels like it's freezing. And then I'll go take a warm bath and then I will take a nap because I have to reset because my body is doing so much right now. Like I learned this morning, our baby, so we're like 9 weeks tomorrow, and our baby has arms and little like webbed hands and feet that they're like already moving. And our baby has facial features like nose, jaw, and like eyes. I don't know what they call them if they're like eye holes or like there's a spot for the
Pockets?
eyes. Yeah, like, they're
Pockets?
there, but I mean the eyeballs are there. They're just like kind of look black. And
They're probably
then
closed,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Are you
maybe.
gonna
I don't
say like the body part, the genitalia? Is this you telling me that?
know. We have no idea.
Now I'm
Um,
like on guard
oh,
because
that's funny.
you
No,
revealed the pregnancy on the last.
that's fair. No, we are gonna find out the gender probably between 14 and 20
I
weeks.
was gonna say
I
it's
honestly
later,
have no
I
idea.
thought, but
Yeah, and we might not even find out until 20 weeks, depending on we like so we had our 8 week appointment last week.
mhm.
I think after we met. And it was like right after. And honestly, it was like kind of terrible, but the baby is there. The heartbeat is good. It was just like an unenjoyable appointment physically, so I was
Oh,
like, but so it was like not that fun and like sweet because I was in so much pain, so that was lame. But anyway, our appointment went well, and they asked if we wanted to do the genetic testing, and we're gonna defer to do it later. And so normally the genetic testing can tell you the gender, but even then, it's like not for sure. Like it can be wrong. So I was like, why would we do that? So then I think we're just gonna wait until like 20 weeks, and then they'll tell us at the anatomy scan, or we can make it a secret, and then we'll probably do like a little gender reveal
mhm.
situation. I just think it'd be fun for our first.
Yeah.
Josh doesn't want to do it because he thinks it's cheesy, but I want to do
I mean, you
something.
can make it. I think like I've always assumed I would do one, but I probably would do it pretty chill.
Yeah, like
I
it's
don't
not gonna
know.
be, I don't know, like a big thing, but maybe
Yeah.
it's just us too. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll just like film it or something.
Whatever.
But
I don't think it's a bad idea ever to have a party.
I
So
know. That's how I feel. I'm like, let's just have
might
like
as well celebrate.
it'll be in like July.
Hmm.
What am I, 8 weeks now? 12 weeks from now would be it would be maybe August.
Oh, okay.
I know. But I'm like, that would be fun if we just had like a cookout and like, let's just like have people over and like
Yeah, a
cook
backyard little
out,
like barbecue,
hang
whatever.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll just do something small and be like, surprise, by the way, it's
Mhm.
a girl or boy or whatever.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I
I
feel
think
like
that's
that's kind of what I'm leaning toward. And I'm like, even if we literally get like, let's get like a kiddie pool and find a way
yeah.
to make it enjoyable in August because August is
Mhm.
gonna be hot, hot,
That's
hot.
true.
But it'll be fine. So
Yeah.
anyway, after I take my midday nap, which is like kind of coming up here soon, then I'll like probably grab my laptop and try to work on the couch. But I've like really been struggling with just like mental energy too. Like even though I'm physically tired, I'm also like so mentally exhausted that like thinking about responding to clients or working on my social media or like anything of importance is really hard. So that's been kind of a struggle, but I'll be on the couch and probably have Gilmore Girls on. We watched it like 8,000 times, but it's still on repeat. And then I'll try to eat something. Normally, that's like my snack time frame of like crackers, cheese, grapes, maybe. I don't know. And then at 5 o'clock, I'll try to start dinner. Once again, try because right now everything makes me nauseous and want to vomit. But I've been trying to cook because in my like maybe like 6 to 8 week time frame, I was like, everything sounds so disgusting. I'm ordering food. But Josh just went to Costco, and so I'm trying to respect that like we have food in the house and cook it and eat it because I also know it's like better for me and baby to like be eating nourishing food. It's just really, really hard. Like I haven't eaten a vegetable in months because it's so disgusting. Like I can't do it. I literally
None
can't.
of them.
None of them.
None of
I
them.
think I had
Sweet potatoes.
I had green beans at a
Fine.
wedding. I had onions yesterday on my chicken and rice bowl. I had beans. But the point is that my prenatals are doing all the heavy lifting right now. So as long as I'm eating something, that there's room for them to work, which is good. Okay, so then I try to make something. Normally I get on TikTok and just look up like how to make what I have. Like if I have chicken thighs, I'm like easy chicken thigh recipe. That's my go-to. And I just do that and hopefully I can eat it. And then depending on the day, I have stuff like different stuff throughout the week, like either like my women's Bible study on Mondays or I'll have life group on Wednesdays or mentorship on Thursdays. And then tonight, I actually have mahjong night, which I've been doing once a month with my friends. So we do like someone does dinner, someone makes dessert, and then like drinks or snacks or whatever. I need to figure out what I'm gonna bring, but
Yeah.
we're having Maj tonight, which I'm really excited about because I love
I
playing
still
Maj.
haven't learned how to play.
It's a lot of learning.
I just like every time I've made plans, they've like fallen through. So,
Yeah.
but I want to.
Maybe next time. Oh, when I'm
We
there,
have a set.
I know. Are you gonna be there in June when we're at the lake house?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, wait. Before we go, like when we're done recording, I need to talk to you about something regarding that.
Okay.
You can help me. But anyway, so depending on what day of the week it is, I'll have something at night. And then Josh will get home and we'll sometimes, like pretty often actually, we'll go for a walk because that's like when we like to chat and catch up during the day or catch up about the day, which is really nice. I love doing that. And then we just like go around the neighborhood. Sometimes I'll bring dessert with me and like eat it while we walk or like a drink or something. And then we often watch TV at night. We've been watching The Office Superfan episodes. We both just love The Office and that's like been our fun thing. And so I will say we probably have like the worst bedtime habits of like watching a looking at a screen and then we like get in bed and like resume wherever we're at in bed and then like fall asleep to it. But that's just been what we're doing recently. But my bedtime routine includes I take my wholesome prenatals that I love my prenatals. They're from We Heart Nutrition. It's a like pro-life, pro-mama, pro-baby Christian supplement company. And I did a lot of research about ingredients and I really like theirs. They have like the most bioavailable forms of a lot of the
Mm.
nutrients in it, which was really important to me. And then I added on an omega-3 because I think like fish is kind of weird in your pregnancy and not only is you have to be picky with like fish that you're eating, but also like right now, just the idea of eating seafood is repulsive. So I'm glad I started that early because I've been on that for months and we were eating fish, but now I just like can't stomach it.
Mhm.
So prenatals plus omega-3, and then I take magnesium glycinate at night, and that's supposed to help with like it helps my sleep, I think, but it also helps with a bunch of other stuff, which like I can't remember right now, which is awesome, but it's supposed to help with like
Pregnancy
ADHD,
brain.
like anxiety and stuff.
Yeah.
What?
I said pregnancy brain.
Yeah, no, literally, that's a real thing. And then I put my retainers in and I turn on my humidifier. I got it like 4 weeks ago because I got sick when we got back from Nashville and I was like
Mhm.
really trying not to take medicine. So I'm trying to do like everything else and not take like over the counter medicine if I can help it. So I bought this non-toxic humidifier by Canopy and I've really been liking it. I notice it'll help like overnight.
Mhm.
And when you're pregnant, your immune system suppresses. And so being sick is very common for like most of your pregnancy. At least for like a lot of women that I know say that they
Yeah.
were like off and on sick their whole pregnancy. And that has already been true for me. Like every time we've gotten back from a trip, I feel like I get really sick the next day. And it's more like a lot of congestion, cough, sore throat, whatever, like just normal cold symptoms. But then within a couple days it like goes away. And I feel like the humidifier has been helping with that. And then I would say like every day, normally, I take a bath. And the only like wellness thing I do for my bath is sometimes I'll dry brush before to help with like circulation and like detoxing. What is the word for that? There's another word. Maybe that's it. It's definitely like a circulation benefit.
Yeah.
And no, it's like okay,
Nervous
what?
system?
Yeah, but like exfoliating. It helps with exfoliating.
Oh,
And then I'll get in the bath. And then it's bedtime. And that's about it. And Josh and I try to pray before we go to bed. And then we knock out. And then we start it all over the next day. So
woohoo.
that's really it, I feel like.
And then I feel like just to tie it together, I had some like tips
Yeah.
to have a cohesive and productive day. But I always think that like prioritizing a good night of sleep is the number one thing
For
because I've
sure.
been through phases where I didn't do that and it just messes with everything else in your day. So, like, having some kind of wind down time before bed. I mean, you just said y'all pray. I pray every night too. I think that's always like that's like the last thing I do before I
Yeah.
shut it down. And then waking up in a nice way. So for me, it's like getting sunlight, not
Mm.
blasting artificial light immediately. Dad
Yeah.
used to come into my bedroom before school and he would just flip the switch on. And I was like, if you just said good morning, I would get up. I've never
Right.
struggled to get out of bed. So why are you doing this to me?
That's
Like,
so
I was like, now
funny.
I'm angry.
Yeah.
It was
We
so
do have
annoying.
we have the hue lights, which are like smart bulbs or whatever,
Yeah.
and we do the like at nighttime we have them go through
Huh.
like a
Like night
sunset.
mode?
Oh, you're frozen. Hold on, I'm gonna wait. Okay, there you
Yours.
are. So we have them go through like a sunset, like light progression because they change
Right.
colors. And then in the morning we
Yeah.
do like the sunrise and it starts with the blue and then it like comes up through a sunrise.
Yeah.
Which like is obviously not the same as a real sunrise and sunset, but we don't get those in our home. Like
Yeah.
we don't really get that through the windows, I
Hmm.
guess. So we just have our lights do it, which is actually pretty
Yeah.
nice. Like it
But
helps a lot.
something like that, just to like help you get up for the day.
Slowly, yeah.
Yeah. Because
That
the
goes
days like when your alarm doesn't go off or you accidentally snooze it, and then that's like the
abruptly,
worst feeling in
yeah.
the world.
That is the worst. The worst way to start the day.
Um,
Because your nervous system is just like shocked. And then
your
you're
heart
trying to like
rate through the
recover
roof.
from that. So,
I forgot to tell you
oh
at
my
the
God.
beginning. On my way home from the gym, I had like, I was kind of feeling like iffy or whatever. And so I'm
Okay.
blasting fun music and I was like trying to get myself in a better mood and it was working. And I decided to, no one was in front of me. So I decided to accelerate really quickly because I was going like, I had to like slow down for someone to turn. And then
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm just gonna gun it till I get to the speed I want to go
Right.
at. So
Right.
the speed limit was 45. I ended up going like 55, you know
Right. Whatever.
normal. All of a sudden, this construction man just saunters in front of me in the road. I'm going 55, and he wasn't that close to me, but like him and his friend just start walking across. I had to slam on the brakes so hard and barely stopped
That's
in time, and he was
crazy.
just like, "Thanks."
You're
My heart was
welcome.
beating so fast because I didn't know if I was gonna be able to stop in time, and he just kept
That's,
walking. He saw me
did you
coming, and
not
he was just
honk?
kept walking. What?
I would have honked. Like
I
laid on
okay, I
the
have
horn.
this weird thing. I like have no natural inclination to hit the horn. I don't know what that is, but
Really?
like
Oh my gosh, I
I
would
will
have
like
on the horn.
scream before I would hit the horn.
That's
I don't know.
wild.
I know it's really strange. I have to like convince myself, be like, this is a good time to honk, but then
Yes.
it's too late, and then I'm like,
Oh my gosh, wait, that's crazy.
so that was super weird. But I like immediately was like, nobody's hurt, nobody like everything's fine. Like let's
Mhm.
calm the heart rate down because I
Yeah,
did not want to be anxious. So that and I
yeah.
got it under control. But anyway, I
That's
had been waiting to tell somebody that because it was like a really individual experience. But
yeah.
oh my gosh, okay, the other thing that I think helps make the day go smooth is to plan it the night
Mhm.
before so that when you know what you're doing when you wake up. That always
Mhm.
makes me feel a lot better. I try to plan everything like on Sunday or Monday just
Mhm.
because I don't want to think about it at night generally.
Yeah.
Um, but I know some people prefer doing it at night. So I
And
don't know
like,
if you
I
do.
mean, for me, having ADHD, it helps a lot, like to plan out the day before so that I can see, like, oh wow, I have a lot of things I'm expecting myself to get done tomorrow. And that helps me get out of bed earlier so that I actually have enough time to get some of them done. I probably won't
Mhm.
get everything done on my list because that's also an ADHD problem, but
Yeah.
I like have a plan and then it makes me want to do everything more efficiently because I know I have like that much to get through. Maybe that would help me like be more effective during these very lazy.
Maybe just like starting with like little things. Because I feel like too, when I give myself like too much time to do something, I
Mm,
wait until the last second to do it.
Same. Same.
So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Um,
we could also do an episode on like entrepreneurship productivity because I have some thoughts about like, well, I feel like a lot of people that work from home, especially when they start out working from home, like in the beginning of their journey and that, it's like, what do I do all day? Or like, how do I structure my day? And I feel like I actually have gotten really good at that. And now that I'm pregnant, I just add in naps and I just do a lot less. But like, I feel like I have good tips for like how to structure your day.
yeah,
Be
because I
effective.
feel like I've heard entrepreneurs like talk about being
Mm,
adjusting to that
Yeah.
lifestyle. And so I like went into my unemployment super structured
Mm,
and I still feel like I changed it immediately. 'Cause, like I initially was working out as soon as I woke up, but honestly I do better work in the morning. So like I've already had to change it multiple times and it is harder to stick to
yeah.
then. So and things come up and it's like, oh well I can just move around when I'm working today.
Mm,
But like that the inconsistency makes it harder for me to stay
yeah.
on track.
Yeah.
So,
For sure. It
because the
does.
other thing, yeah, the one of the other things I was gonna say is keeping it as consistent as possible makes it more habitual and makes you more
Yeah.
likely to actually like contribute the right amount of time to everything throughout the day. So
Mhm.
that's something I'm working on.
Yeah. Though it's hard though. Especially like when you have so much freedom, it's hard to
Mhm.
get started and get through.
All right, thanks so much for joining us today with our days in the life. Definitely just something to give you guys inspiration, hopefully, and lots of sisterly talk along the way. I definitely wanted to have a little bit of a different vibe today, but we are trying to, like, with my energy, I wanted to be a little bit more upbeat, but we want to also keep it real for you
Mhm.
guys. So, um, just happy to have had this conversation, and hopefully, it helps a little bit.
Yep. See you next week. Love you. Bye.